Hi guys, Michał here. So you know Ableton 12 is on the market for a month or so, and I had a moment like playing with those different instruments and tools, and I've created a new pack of racks and clips for you, especially for those of you who upgraded to Live 12. Alright, let's see what we have here. Okay, so first we have like this modulated bass line, which includes a bit of roar inside, pretty straightforward, but has some extra features that the previous one didn't have. And I guess with roar you can get plenty of those really nice overtones if you fancy them. Then we have this low tone rack, which we can modulate based on the operators. Make this stuff. Let's mute it here for a second. We can choose different shaper type from roar. Add a bit of feedback. I especially like the feedback on roar. It's class. Yeah, so you see there's lots of stuff going on here. Let's turn off the feedback and let's come back to that guy, which is also a small belly-ish thing with of course some modulation happening here and there and some extra feedback as well. We can change the tone, we can add some LFO. Yeah, so plenty of options as well. Alright, let's unmute it. Okay, so next up we have this guy, which is pretty much the same thing, but I've added extra pad. I call it HTTP ceremonial pad, because I've had this long record of some gongs and bells and so on. So what you can do is basically like browse through different moments of the, based on the context of the, yeah, you can have something very subtle or something more tonal. Yeah, you can add a bit of spread, change the roar toning, mess up with flanger, reverb of course, and spread of the whole thing. So alright, so we have this pad. Alright, next up let's crank up the tempo, 133, let's do. We have this minimal bass line, but I like it because it uses this new also random and arpeggiator thing, so they are tuned to the scale. So if you have any scale in your clip, you would get a randomization of the notes and the arpeggiation of the notes tuned to the scale you have chosen. So again, yeah, we can play with the rum. We can change the ARP style. And we have this extra riff on the bells we already know. Alright, let's go further. Okay, so those few bass patterns and bass lines are inspired by Young Cook, great producer, great content creator. Check out his channel. So I kind of like had my own twist on this. Yeah, shifters. Yeah, so this is this guy, then this guy. We have a lot of roar. We can get really... Okay, so this is this guy, then the next one. So we have this alien bass. We can... I love it. And of course some bass line on the sub bass. Then we have this minimal bass. Then we can... make it really like atonal a bit. Yeah, so plenty of options as well. That's okay. Then we have this guy, which is kind of like a variation of the dark bass I already gave you in the previous pack. But this time we have Roar as our saturation machine, and with some LFO on the what do we have on the feedback, and we can... So I kind of tweak it also as a modulation of the filter. When you have pattern which have different velocity, that really works well. Yeah, and then I'm hearing a new pad. So this is HTP M pad based on melt, and we can use different bits. Yeah, I love melt for pads, for some kind of like a rhythmic drones. You can tune it with the filters, that works really well. Add more spread. Let's hide it for a moment. Yes, I'm just playing one note, but it yields many different results. And then we have this melt texture, which I will cover more in the detail further. Okay, and then we have this melt bass too, which is a rack created by Marcin, our HTTP community member. Customer success manager. So this is this rack. It's pretty loud. Yeah, so we have like a shaper envelope we can tweak. Let's turn this guy off for a moment. And we can... And then we can play with the oscillator B. And tonality. So I really like it because I feel that this filter gives a lot of character to the whole sound. And of course all modulations on the roar created by this shaper, as you can see. So I like this, it has that kind of minimalistic hypnotic vibe. And then we have, yeah, we've seen those pads, so it's just another context of the pads. And then we have another rack created by Marcin, which is HTTP Melt Atmo thing. So you can hear, you can create that kind of like a dense space with like an atmospheric kind of like textural bit. Again, filters play a big role. Okay, so there's like another idea for the bass line. Let's move on. Another bass line, bass pad created by Martin. This is like a tribal bit. So this we can play. I really like how this changes a bit, and then we can change the tuning. Okay. I love this. Such a good rack. Then we can add those. So it's a different idea for the same. Let's crank up the tempo a bit. And another idea for this track. With some automation in the clip. You can see this is automated. Okay, now we go to some leads. Okay, so this is my favorite of all. Maybe because I've created it, this guy, mild rhythmic lead. We have this different tonality. It's based on the, like this kind of loopy, textural, clicky thing. It's based on the looping envelope. So we can play with the looping by this. I think there is another looping on the B. Yeah, so there's like two loops playing around, so we get like a lot of cool stuff going on. And then different idea on the same pattern, on the same sound, just playing two notes. And this is where Meld really excels, like with playing those kind of like a drony rhythmic things. Okay, so this is this guy, pitch lead. So what we have here is like pitch modulation in Operator and a lot of automation. Like we are automating C level and we are automating B level. Very, very trippy in my opinion. We can change the pulse. Yeah, so let's move on. Then we have this guy, which is a textural bit, textural generator. So we have this really cool loop with a lot of like texture things. We can filter it, tune it, change the grain size. So I think it really works well as by adding this kind of like textural bit. And there is this guy, Texture Operator, which I was showing in the previous pack. So pretty much the same, but I just like how it adds a bit of like this bit. So you get all those clips with this pack. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now we have this guy, Meld Laser. So it's basically like a laser thing, which we can crank up the sustain and have this kind of like a sustain note, or have only a splash. Maybe let's make it further. I love it. Then we can crank up or tune down the movement. Maybe tune it up or tune it up. Yeah, change the amount. Alright. let's move on. The next one. Okay, so we have this pad, melt pad, which also has this kind of like a mystic vibe to me. Again, there are those cool filters which you can find in the melt, which are really unique, and they give a lot of character, because you see when I'm playing with it's like a tonal center of this pad changes, and it changes the character. Like I like this kind of low, and then we have those oscillators that has a lot of modulating possibilities. So I will leave it as it is because I like it. There are two layers, one layer with the crackle. Okay, next one, and then we have this guy which I told you will come back. So melt texture, and I'm a particular fan because like we can have so much fun going on with this guy. Like, yep. We can tune down the movement. Yeah, there's so much we can do with like tuning up the maybe that. So I like how that fills the spectrum with this kind of like a crackling thing. Again, one of my favorites. And another bit of the pad, but this time I wanted to show you, I guess it's just another idea of the on the pad thing. Yeah, so it should be probably like that. Just playing. Here we had only one note playing, and here we have the whole chord. So you get this chord pattern as well, and we can hear how that sounds also nice in chords. Okay, so then again some leads. Okay, this is another part created by Marcin, our customer success manager, also good producer, by Vero. It's kind of this aggressive synth. Again, you can make a lot of tuning with filter. I like how he added a shifter, so we can get this. And then if we play with the decay of we get totally different tonality because of the way this. And then we can add this top layer of noise. I love it. I tweaked it a bit, but it's really good. Okay, let's see another pattern. Yeah, so we can do a lot of very like atonal techno-y sound. And then we can have this kind of like minimal thing, moving more into like a bass line, C1. So you can play like kind of like a second layer of your bass line or something. Okay, so let's move to the next one. This is another rock by Marcin. I like this one as well. Again, a lot of tuning with the filters. But this one has this really kind of minimal vibe. And we have two filters going on here, filter A and filter B, which are linked. So we can get this extra tuning. And then if we... Yeah, I like it. Let's try a different pattern. And then we have a bit of here on this pitch lead I was showing you previously, with some envelope automation on lead time, which gives us this. So I like this minimal vibe going on here, and then we have another button. Yeah, more like lead sound. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This one will be the next one. So here we have this textural rack created by Marcin as well. And then finishing, we have this pad rack, melt pad rack, created by Marcin, tweaked by me. So it's more like kind of for this kind of ambient, not that tempo, but kind of like not that really, you know, banging tunes, at least in this context. There are some chords. No, sorry, this is just one note, which works really nice when we filter the thing. Then it has that nice low end movement, which I like. There's a bit of LFO. And then there is this guy, another laser lead I've created. So it has that kind of like rhythmic vibe where you can play with this rhythmic settings. You can tune it. Okay, so this is it, 21 Ableton Live 12 racks with all those clips, bassline clips, leads clips, pads, textures, a lot of drums, so everything is created with Ableton instruments or Ableton samples, so you can get this all by buying this for €7. Yeah, it costs €7. I thought this is a low price, but the price that will help me do more of these racks, do more of this content, and like give you a lot of ideas and a lot of tools for your own production. So I hope you will find this inspiring. I hope you will find this useful. The link is below to purchase it. Till the next time, bye.